All right, now we're going to talk about the virtual class. So again here, right click on top of this drop down arrow, select translate to English, and it's called virtual classes lectures. This is mandatory that we all have to use with our students. So go ahead and click on that. Again, since most of you already know how to use this, it's just going to be a quick overview how to create this session and some of its features. Okay. So so let's click on create session. All right, here. So let's call it a demo session. You can create the session name depending on the the date and time, or it could be a listening, speaking session, and so on. Click here to allow guest access. This is for students who probably have a problem with logging in, especially in the first week or two. We want to allow using guest access, just like you guys use for this training purpose. You can set the start time and end time. You can click on no end to leave it open, which we don't recommend that you do. You do have the option of clicking on repeat session, where you know that you have a session that you're going to have every, let's say Monday from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. That way you don't have to continue making these same sessions over and over again. You have the option of allowing early entry, from no entry to 60 minutes before the start time. You can provide a description for this section. All right. Then here you go to the settings. You want the students to come in as participants and not presenters or moderators, okay? But you do have the option of doing that. For example, Shakir, he came in and I gave him access as a moderator so that he can participate in the presentation. Here is to allow recording for downloads. You can anonymize chat messages. All right. So we recommend these settings for our students. Now here, participant permissions. Here you want your students to use the audio. At Taiba, we don't use video with our students. You would want them to use the chat messages, and it's up to you if you want to use draw on whiteboard and files. Here, you can uncheck the option where attendees use the phone to join the session. That's not a necessary setting. And then here you have the option where participants, the students, can chat privately with only the moderator and with the supervisor, which is the teacher. You can block the access where students are not chatting with each other so that they can participate in class. And then this is a new feature they have now, is Profanity Filter, where it disables profanity in the chat messages. All right. Once you're ready, you go ahead and click on create. All right. And then there you go. You will see the session here called demo. All right. Now for you as a teacher, all you have to do is click on join session and you'll be able to log in. You can click here to copy the guest link and send it as an email to your students. You can delete the session, you can view reports or edit settings. All right. Again, we have a video tutorial on this and we'll send it to you just as a refresher course or for the new teachers that we have on board. All right. So we're going back to our class. So once you click on it, again, this is the screen that you get. All right. You have these options here below: the audio, the video, and the raise hand feature. This is based on the presenter, meaning the teacher. All right. Here at the top left corner, you have this session menu, where this is where you can start and stop the recording. Okay. Let's close the message here. Here is where the chat is available for between you and the students, which you guys are really familiar with, as well as the emoji settings over here. All right. Here is the attendees. All right. This is where you can pick the students' internet access, if it's good experience or bad. Here we can actually select the person where you can make them send a specific chat message, make them a moderator, make them a presenter, and you can lower their hand or remove them from a session. All right. Here is a very important component. This is where you share the share the screen. You can share a blank whiteboard with your students. Here, which we were doing right now, I'm actually sharing the application screen. You can share the camera, and you can share files. And this is here where we do the polling. So, multiple choice or yes and no. You want to constantly use these polling features within your class to increase engagement throughout the class session. So, for example, here we're going to click on yes, no, and we're going to ask, are you comfortable using Blackboard Collaborate? Very simple. And then just click start. And as you can see here, we have 130 participants, and we get to see how many people are actually participating. You want to use this poll throughout your class to help make engagement. It's very short and quick. And as you can see, it just took 3 seconds to do. All right, you have the option of showing the response to your students, or you can hide it or clear the response. All right, I see that some people are not comfortable. We'll assure you that we're going to send out some video tutorials. We'll post it on YouTube so that you can actually watch these tutorials and follow it step by step. We know we're going through a little bit quickly, but this is just to give you an overview what's available, and for some it's going to be a refresher course. All right. Over here is the breakout groups where we use when it comes to speaking exams, or you can put students in group work. So I'll just show you quickly the features. So I'll stop this poll. And here, as you can see, you can assign students with a custom assignment, or you can randomly assign students to the number of groups that you want. So if you have 50 students, you can put 10 groups with students of 5, or whatever you like. You can include moderators in group assignments. You allow attendees to switch groups, which I would not recommend at all, which is a new feature, nice feature here. You can shuffle the attendees, so you can move them around from one group to another. To do it, see, there you go. As you can see, it will do it for you automatically. Set up groups. All right, all you have to do is click start, and the students will be able to be automatically populated into the group, which is good for group work. And we also use it for speaking assignment. Now, I'm not going to show you the full features of the breakout group, because we have a video tutorial specific with this, where you can actually get to see live interactions. All right. Again, let's say you want to change the settings within your session. Just click here below under My Settings, where you can set up your camera and microphone. And this is very important because students need to do this to test it out. We'll send a video tutorial for students on how to. I'm pretty sure even Taiba Blackboard support team will have tutorials on how students to set up their camera and microphone for Blackboard. Notification settings. Here are the settings that you can change. Some of you mentioned that you would hear the audio notification of the chat messages. So this is where you can select it or remove it from the settings while you're teaching the session. All right. Session settings here. This is where you can also change, where you can allow students to share their audio, to share the video, post chat messages, or draw on whiteboard. All right. So this is just a quick overview of virtual collaborate. Okay. Over here is to close the collaborate panel. All right, at the bottom right. All right. Now we're going to go back to into our regular class. All right.